Jola from the Philippines. My research title is Research O'Clock, Experiences of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Students in Mangaldan National High School School Year 2018-2019 in Research. Mangaldan National High School is the biggest school in the region, which has 8,000 student population. Research is one of the contextualized subjects in the senior high school curriculum in the Philippines, which is taken with 3 semesters including Practical Research 1, Practical Research 2, Investigation, Inquiries, and Immersion. According to Somo Ijin, as cited by E.M. Albay in 2017, research can be undertaken in any kind of environment as long as you have the interest. In the senior high school, the challenge is not actually encouraging the students to have interest on something, but encouraging the students to have interest in research itself. It is one of the feared subjects in the senior high school. Teachers also are having difficulties in teaching this subject, since research as a subject is taken in college and few are undergoing graduate studies. In most of the seminars and workshops, it is assumed that participants already have their background in research. It is the teacher's responsibility to deliver the curriculum and administer the teaching and learning process even in a subject that is feared and difficult to teach. Aside from the difficulty in delivering the lessons itself, it is a perennial problem among students to be tardy and absent in their subjects. STEM students, however, have the most number of subjects, which equates to more workload for them. With this, worksheets had been the solution. As cited by Chidile in 2014, worksheets had been used in teaching for a very long time. In modern times, worksheets had become the driving force of the curriculum. However, there are poorly designed worksheets which hinder the learning of the students. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the teacher-researcher to also check if the worksheets are acceptable to the students. Also, this study aims to document the experiences of the STEM students in research, specifically to evaluate the worksheets in terms of clarity and understanding, content, teacher factor, and student factor, to determine the advantages of the worksheet, the difficulties encountered, the aspects to be improved, and the overall reaction of the students. With this study shall be the basis for further utilization and improvement of the research worksheets. The framework of this study has 3 factors, which is resulting to student research experiences. First, the student factor. Second, the worksheets and the worksheets clarity and content. Third is the teacher factor. The student factor refers to the will of the student to finish the research project. The worksheets, however, in terms of clarity and content, were made by the teachers, and suggestions coming from the students were being imposed. Third is the teacher factor, the willingness of the teacher to learn and the willingness of the teacher to teach the lessons. Methods. This is an action research which aims to document experiences of students in research, to assess the acceptability and utilization of the worksheet. Also, an action research according to Creswell in 2012 is the use of qualitative and quantitative data for individuals to study education problems as they face their setting. Worksheets were created by the teacher-researcher and utilized by the senior high school students of Mangaldan National High School in P.D. Guzman Street, Mangaldan, Pangasinan, Philippines during the school year 2018-2019. Evaluation were conducted in March 2019. There were 104 STEM students who utilized the worksheets, and 89 of them responded to the study with their written reflection journals. The reflection journals were analyzed and coded with different themes. The data on the evaluation of the worksheet were encoded using the SPSS version 20, wherein the mean of each indicators were computed and the descriptive rating were determined using the VLOOKUP of the Microsoft Excel. Also, the Likert scale are being used: excellent 3.4 to 4, good 2.6 to 3.3, fair 1.8 to 2.5, Needs improvement 1 to 1.7. Results of the study. Worksheets, according to the reflection journal of the students, became their worksheet maps or research maps, wherein it's their very first time to use the worksheet and made the research project easier. Worksheets were useful to minimize the work in every given chapter. Worksheets became the pattern of the students in working on the research project. Worksheets provide clear instruction for them. It had became the research project became systematic, step-by-step procedure on how to proceed with the worksheet project was provided, important guidelines were provided, and the worksheets cost less for them because they don't print the whole chapter of the manuscript. Answering worksheets were difficult and taxing at the first time, but it made them realize that effective and efficiency in the student learning process had undertaken. Worksheets helps the students to become concise, direct to the point, comprehensive in answering their questions and doing their research projects. Teacher factor said, on the teacher factor, it was said that the teacher became the guiding light for the young researchers. According to the STEM students, the research subject was lesser pressure for them because the teacher gives them clear and concise answers to their question in order for them to proceed with the research project. Teachers always cite examples on how to live their life with passion, compassion, and to apply research in their daily life. Overcoming fear. According to one of the students, research is the most feared and most hated subject in the senior high school, but it became a not so complicated subject. The students was challenged at the end and said, "Trust me, it's all worth it." The use of the worksheets opens up a better perspective in research among the students. At the end of the research project, there was an open house research forum wherein the students enjoyed to mingle with their panel and eat snacks with them. And most of the panel give motivations and constructive comments on the research projects. Results. As an overall result, the worksheet is excellent in terms of clarity, content, teacher-related aspects, and student-related aspects. On the advantages, writing each chapter of the research were made easier as even mentioned before. There are effective directions on the research project, while on the disadvantages, it became okay for them not to attend their classes. On the difficulties, they had difficulties on terminologies and handwriting. On the changes, they want to enhance the instructions of the worksheets and explanations must be given on the worksheets. Overall reaction, majority of them are happy. It made their research project easy and made them exciting, and also the research output improves the self-confidence of the students. Majority of the students have the positive reaction and acceptance of the worksheets since they are happy. It made their worksheet easier, exciting, and increased the self-confidence. Therefore, they had the will and encouragement to finish the research project. As conclusions with the study, number 1, an authentic and sincere instruction and teaching helps accomplishment of the research project, thereby developing soft skills among STEM students. Number 2, students can develop their interest in research and also in their field of interest. Number 3, worksheets are excellent but they can be improved, truly help the student not to hinder their learning and love for research. Next, worksheets can minimize the time in generating their ideas and the time saved can be spent in equally worthwhile activities. And lastly, giving electronic copies of the worksheet and encoding made it easier for the students at a lesser cost on the part of the teacher. Recommendations. Based on the findings of the study, the following are highly recommended. Number 1, teachers will continually attend seminars and workshops and find ways to generate ideas to nurture the research abilities of the young minds. Number 2, further improvement of the worksheets and development of the worksheet module is also important and it's also recommended. Number 3, worksheets must be made available online for the interested students and teachers. Literature cited Criswell in 2012, A.M. Albay in 2016, Chedley in 2014, the Department of Education, and Pataldo et al. In 2016. And with this, I acknowledge Maldan National High School. As we always say, if you can make it here, you can make it everywhere. That's all. Thank you.